I've been working on my network learning project in my CEP 810 course for the last few weeks. In this project, I'm learning to make a chicken pot pie using only YouTube videos and help forums. I've mostly used YouTube videos because they can show the step-by-step process of making a pot pie while also explaining it. To start the process of making my pot pie, I have a half cup of flour, a full cup of whole milk, and a cup of chicken stock. And I'm going to pour these together and mix them, and this will make the sauce. Then I will set this aside and get my vegetables and chicken ready to saute. The recipe and the method that I'm using for the pot pie filling comes from the YouTube video Chicken Pot Pie, Healthy, Easy to Make from Scratch, posted by Jenny Can Cook. And I'm going to start by sauteing my vegetables, and then I will add in my chicken. Now, I have increased the amount of vegetables from last time I tried to make the chicken pot pie, because last time the top crust of the pot pie caved in a little bit. It seemed like there just wasn't enough in it. I looked this up on help forums for a long time, but was never able to find any reason why the crust might have caved in as it did. I found a different recipe that suggested different ingredients such as potatoes, so I'm also adding these in this time. I didn't use potatoes last time at all, so we'll see how it goes. I've had the vegetables cooking for a few minutes now, so I'm going to move them over to the side to make some room for the chicken. Now I'll get the chicken in here and cook that for a few minutes as well. Chicken has been in here a few minutes now, so I'm going to start to mix everything together. I'm also going to add some peas. These were frozen. I put them on a plate so that they could thaw. Now that I've got all this in here, I am going to add the sauce. As you can see right now, it is still pretty runny. This will thicken after just a couple minutes though. And this filling is ready. The next step is to put the filling into the pie crust. This method comes from the YouTube video How to Make Chicken Pot Pie, published by allrecipes.com. I have one pie crust for the bottom and one pie crust for the top. I'm going to take the filling and put it into the bottom crust. And I have it sitting on a cookie sheet in case there are any drips during baking. I'm going to smooth out the filling to try to get it as even as possible. What happened last time that I made the pot pie, it must have been less full on one side than the other because the crust ended up caving in. This time I'm trying to smooth it out a little more. I also added in the potatoes for some extra filling to try to help it out. Now I'm going to take the other pie crust and place it on top. Now I'm going to crimp the edges, and I'm cutting 4 slits into the top to let steam escape during baking. And the pot pie is ready to go into the oven. Now I'm just waiting for the pot pie to finish cooking. I already have all my dishes washed, and I'm going to try a new little trick that I found on a help forum this afternoon. This trick is designed to help get rid of the onion smell. Last time I made the chicken pot pie, it smelled like onions for days, and it was pretty awful. The trick that was shared on the help forum is simmering water, adding a little bit of cinnamon, and just a couple drops of vanilla, and letting the water simmer. So I'm going to try this out. I will let you know how it goes. Chicken pot pie has been in the oven for 15-20 minutes, and this water, cinnamon, and vanilla has been simmering almost that long as well. Can't tell you yet whether this will get rid of the smell of onion long term, but it does smell great right now. It's not too strong of a smell either. I'm going to take this off a burner and check on my chicken pot pie. Both the allrecipes.com video and the Jenny Can Cook video said that the chicken pot pie is done when the crust looks golden brown and the insides are bubbling. And it's a little hard to tell whether the insides are bubbling because it's covered up by the crust, but the crust does have that golden brown edge. So I'm going to call this a wrap. My chicken pot pie is done. This one, the top crust does look a lot more even than my last one did. It's not sinking in on any edges, so I think filling it with more filling and smoothing it over definitely helped a lot.